Hello and good morning to everybody. Hope you're having a good day. All right, so today I'm going to start a series that I'm going to call Words of Wisdom. All right, throughout life, everyone hears some good advice, whether it be from their parents or friends or just a total stranger at times. But we all hear good advice, and sometimes it doesn't resonate with us immediately. Sometimes it's years later that we remember what we heard, and then it actually has significance in our life. All right, so this is going to be a series called Words of Wisdom, and I'm going to start off this first one with something that my father taught me when I was younger, and that was learning to live within your means. All right, it's not something that my father created. He didn't make up this quote or anything, but he's the one that taught it to me, and that's what I want to talk about today. So, what did my father mean when he said this to me? All right, if I had to sum it up in my own words, he's essentially saying that it doesn't matter how much money you make in life. All right, as long as you can live a life that you can support, well, then you'll always be moving forward. It doesn't matter if you make 10,000 a year or 10 million a year. All right, if you work at McDonald's or if you work at NASA. All right, if you've got money in the bank right now or you don't, it doesn't matter. As long as you can sustain the life that you're living, then you're always going to be moving forward. It means not spending money frivolously. It means knowing what we can afford. And sometimes it means foregoing a few immediate superficial desires and instead working towards some sort of investment that's actually going to better our lives in the future. By living within your means, you're never reaching for more than you can realistically obtain, and by doing so, you're also never putting yourself in financial jeopardy. All right, just because you make a lot of money doesn't mean that you can buy whatever you want for the rest of your life, and just because you may not have money now, that doesn't mean that you can't work hard towards obtaining whatever you want in life. Living within your means is spending your money in a way that isn't causing you to scrape by in life. You're not living paycheck to paycheck. Instead, it's a way of living your life where you're putting yourself in a position to where you can thrive. All right, so let's try and imagine what that looks like. And as I always do, let's make two scenarios and show you why how much money you make isn't everything, and instead, how living within your means has a bigger impact. So, on one hand, we're going to have someone who makes $100,000 a year and they kind of live a lifestyle that reflects that sort of income. Okay, and then there's going to be someone else who makes $30,000 a year, right? And it would seem that one person has a significant financial advantage, and it's kind of true they do, but how they live their life is going to have just as big of an impact as how much money they make. In fact, sometimes it can be a bigger impact. So let's start with the person who has a bigger salary. All right, because this person makes $100,000 a year, they feel totally justified when they buy some nice luxury car, right? And that car payment is $800 a month. And then it also costs $200 just to insure the car, and then an extra $300 in gas each month, okay? And then in that same vein, they have a very nice like downtown loft, right? They spend $2,000 a month on that, and the utilities may be like $300 a month. They have a personal trainer that they see every week and spend $200 a month on. When they go grocery shopping, they shop at the nicest chain and buy everything at the top quality, and they spend $800 a month between their groceries and their nutrition supplements. And when they go out, they only go to the nicest restaurants and bars, right? They spend like $860 a month on going out on stuff like that. And when it comes to just like personal expenses and just having fun money, their nice taste comes at an expensive cost too. They spend an extra $400 a month on essentially whatever they want. And lastly, their cell phone bill is unlimited everything. They've got the newest phone. They've rolled it into the payment plan each month, and that costs them an extra $150 a month. All right? So if you total all of this up, their monthly expenditures add up to $6,010 every single month. Now on the flip side, we've got this other person who they enjoy living a good life as well, but what that means to them is something totally different than it means to the other person. All right? They enjoy maybe like a slower paced lifestyle, one where they're not hectic all the time at work and they're not trying to keep up with the Joneses. All right? They only make $30,000 a year. But maybe they make the decision to, live close to where they work or work close to where they live, and maybe they can ride a bike to work every single day. And for times when they need to go somewhere else, they take a bus when they can. All right? So because of that, there's zero car expense each month. There's zero car insurance costs each month. There's also 0 gas bills every single month, right? So their bike doesn't cost them anything to ride to work, and maybe they pay like $40 a month to have a city bus pass, okay? Maybe they're not above living with roommates, okay? Because they're splitting this bill, they're paying $500 a month in rent, and they're splitting utilities, so they only have to pay $100 a month for those, all right? And even though their food may not be the nicest, it's not the top quality, it takes care of everything that they need, and they can get by with only $200 a month for that. And they don't need a gym membership, right? They ride a bike to work every day, and maybe they take advantage of all the free stuff that's around them, like the parks, the trails, maybe free community activities. Like all of this stuff goes towards what would be their gym expenses. And even though that I said that this person enjoys a slower paced lifestyle, I mean, everyone enjoys going out every now and then, but that doesn't mean that everything has to come at a big expense, all right? So this person limits themselves to, let's say, like $150 a month. They can spend that money on whatever they want. All right, and lastly, even though their cell phone may not be the newest version, it's not the nicest, they don't need unlimited everything plans, right? They just take care of what they need, and that bill is, let's say, $40 a month, right? So if you add all of this together, you're looking at a monthly expenditure of about $1,030 month in and month out. So after everything, how do these two people fare out each month? All right, well, if you look at the person that makes $100,000 a year, after taxes, right, they really only take home about $72,000 according to our current tax brackets, and that means that they make $6,000 a month. Well, subtract your monthly expenses, and they're operating at a deficit of $10, right? They're negative every single month. They don't have enough money to support that lifestyle, even though they do make $100,000 a year. And on the other hand, the person that only makes $30,000 a year, well, after taxes, they make $25,500, which is $2,125 a month. And then after you subtract their monthly expenses, they make $1,095 every single month, month in and month out. All right, despite having less than 1/3 of the income of the person who makes $100,000 a year, their bank account is growing over $12,000 every single year. All right, income isn't everything, guys. You know, just because you make a lot of money doesn't necessarily mean you have a lot of money. And just because you may not make a lot doesn't mean you can't save a lot, right? There's a balance. And that's why I think it's so important to learn this lesson that everyone should live within their means. It has huge implications for our personal finance. And I know that these scenarios may be a little bit far-fetched, but honestly, guys, for where I work, I see this stuff every single day. All right, this stuff does happen. And even though I'm giving you these two kind of extreme examples, all right, I'm not telling you not to buy a car. I'm not saying that you have to live with roommates forever. I'm not saying that you can't go out and enjoy yourselves every now and then. I'm just saying, like, be mindful of your expenses. If we neglect this stuff, it is so easy for our expenses to just spiral out of control and set us up for failure in the long run. But if we have the foresight to manage this stuff intelligently and responsibly, like, we're setting ourselves up for financial success for life, all right? And allowing all the freedoms that come along with that. So I hope this helped you guys on some level, and that you can now see that how much money you make isn't everything, and why living within your means is so important. As always, if you've got something to add to the conversation, or if you agree or disagree, let me know. But thank you for watching. Take care and have a good day. Hey guys, thanks again for watching this video. I hope you learned something new from it and you were able to strengthen your financial position. I'm going to keep coming out with more videos, so please stay tuned. But go ahead and like, subscribe, comment, and have a good day.